Okay, welcome back to the Second Chance Kitchen. I am Christy, and today we are making brownie sheet cake. Here's the recipe for it. And this is not my normal kitchen. I am at my mom's today, and I figured we are spending the night, so we are making some brownie sheet cake. And you're supposed to use a 17 by 11 by 3/4 inch pan. That's what the recipe calls for. And luckily my mom has that, but that won't fit in my oven because I have a small oven. So I am using my mom and her kitchen to make this because it won't fit in my oven. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
All right, so Mom's going to be doing the cooking today and I'm going to film her. I will get my hair pulled back. It's not on yet, so let me do that. All right, so hair's pulled back, apron is on, and hands are clean and washed, so let's get to baking. All right, so the recipe calls for 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of flour. So we gotta mix those together and then we put them aside. There's one in there already, and 2. And now 2 cups of flour.
And I do things different. To level mine off, I cut mine.
You cut it?
I cut mine.
One.
That's 2.
And 2. Mix that together well. And then we'll set that aside and get to working on part 2. All right, the next part, we heat 2 sticks of butter. There's one. And plus she has a gas stove, much better than mine. And this is unsalted butter, what I'm using, or what we're using. So we're gonna get that heated and melted, and look how fast that's already my 4 tablespoons of cocoa.
Turn it down some more. I don't want brown butter.
Brown butter. To this, once they melt down, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 cup of cold water, and then heat to boiling. Okay, the butter is pretty much melted. Now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of cocoa and 1 cup of cold water. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 cup of cold water. Get our little trusty whisk. Here you go, I'll let you do it. All right, now we're just gonna, once that's mixed together, we're gonna heat it till boiling, and then we're gonna mix it with the part 1, which is the sugar flour mixture. Okay, so I went to get the eggs out of my mom's fridge, and this is how I found them. Please tell me your thoughts on this, because for me, they need to go more even. Like that. That's how I would have them in the carton. Nice and centered and even. Where the recipe calls for 2 eggs. So we're gonna take this one out, and we're gonna take this one out. So now we're evenly dispersed in the middle of the carton. How do you keep your eggs in the carton? Let me know below. All right, Mom says that's to a boil now, so I guess we're gonna take it off. Now we're adding the heated up cocoa mixture to part 1, which is the flour and sugar. Let me hold it for you. Smells good. Okay, it's all mixed together. Nice and shiny and chocolatey smelling. Now it says we need to, I'm guessing we added to it a 1/2 cup of buttermilk and 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
Do you alternate it?
No,
Okay.
I guess not. Doesn't say. 1/2 cup of buttermilk using a liquid measuring cup. All right, now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
I gotta add 2 of these because it's a half. The big one won't fit in here. And salt, you said?
Yes.
How much salt?
1/4 teaspoon salt.
1/4 teaspoon. Okay.
Mixing all that together before we add the eggs. You can tell Mama's not saving her eggshells for Easter.
I got plenty out in the garage. Okay.
Mix that in. Okay, eggs are all mixed in. Now we just need to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And luckily I checked. Mom always uses Mexican vanilla, so she's got regular vanilla. Thank goodness, I forgot to ask her if she had regular vanilla.
1 teaspoon?
1 teaspoon. And then a 1/2 cup of pecans. There's your 1/2 cup of pecans in a liquid measuring cup, so don't come after me, come after her.
I forgot to use the wrong one. I used the wrong one. Normally I would just...
A handful, yes, that's okay. It didn't say to grease the pan, but we went ahead and greased it, or Mom went ahead and greased it. So once that's all mixed together, we're gonna pour it in the sheet pan, and then we're gonna bake it at 350 for 20 minutes. All right, all nice and pretty and even. This is going in our preheated oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And it goes. Okay, while our cake is in the oven, we are going to make the icing for it. And the icing calls for, it says melt 1 stick of oleo, not butter, oleo, which is margarine, 4 tablespoons of cocoa, 5 tablespoons of milk, and then 2 cups of powdered sugar, a 1/2 cup of pecans, and it says ice cake while warm. So we're gonna start working on that. Well, Mom's going to, and I'm just gonna film her. Taking the day off today. All right, let's get started. We've got the 1 stick of oleo, which is margarine, in the pan, starting to heat up. And to that, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of cocoa and 5 tablespoons of milk, and we have got whole milk today. Our oleo is melted. Now we're adding 4 tablespoons of cocoa. 2, 3, 4. Give that a little mixy. Okay. 5 tablespoons of milk. Oleo works differently than actual butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Give that a little mix. We got the Grinch looking on. His eyes right there watching. Mom is a Grinch fanatic. It doesn't say to bring it to a boil or anything. It just said melt the oleo. And we're gonna add this to 2 cups of powdered sugar and a 1/2 cup of pecans. Okay, back to this side. We're gonna measure out 2 cups of powdered sugar. 1. Alright, we switch to a whisk to get all that powdered sugar mixed in. Just add a 1/2 cup of pecans. And that's it. We just wait for the cake to come out, and I guess we'll pour this on top of the cake. Once it comes out and cools off just a little bit, because you're supposed to ice it while it's still warm. If it were me, I would double this recipe for the icing. It's been 20 minutes, just took the cake out. It is piping hot and looks good, smells good. I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit. Not too much though, because you want to still put that icing on it while it is still warm. So we'll probably let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then we will come back and ice it. It's been about 5 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and pour the icing on top of the cake. So there is the finished product. We're just gonna let it cool off and see if it sets. And we'll be back for a taste test later. Smells good though. Anthony is here to taste test the brownie sheet cake with the brownie sheet cake icing that we made. It's been set for about, what, 2 hours? 2 hours? All right, try it out.
All right, here goes.
What do you think? The icing doesn't look like it's really set any.
Tastes like a box cake.
Like a box cake? You don't like it?
It tastes like a box cake. Chocolate cake.
Not impressed?
No.
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 We thought it was going to be kind of like the Texas sheet cake. But that kind of icing, I mean, if you look at it, it didn't set really. It was super thin. But okay, well, anyway.
Tastes like a regular box cake with the pecans on it.
All right.
It's not bad. It's good. It's sweet, actually.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for cooking, Mom. All right. Okay, well, thanks for joining us and thanks for tuning in, and try it if you like chocolate cake. I guess I haven't tried it yet, but I'm not a big chocolate cake fan. So we will take Anthony's word for it and say that it's like a chocolate boxed cake. But it wasn't very hard to make, but I would have doubled the recipe for the icing and probably added more powdered sugar, maybe, to thicken it up. Not quite sure. Also, we used Oleo in the icing. They're trying to get a plastic fork. I don't know if using regular butter would have been better, or maybe Crisco in the icing. I don't know. Mom, what do you think? For the icing, just stick with the Texas sheet cake probably and skip this one. So this one was we'll make it again.
It does taste like the chocolate.
It does what?
It does taste like the chocolate, the one that you said?
The Texas sheet cake?
Mm-hmm. Only the icing was the difference. It wasn't thick like the Texas sheet cake.
See, the icing is still kind of puddled in the corner. It's real thin and still liquidy. So, how would you thicken up the icing? Powdered sugar?
Add more powdered sugar.
More powdered sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, live and learn. It's the fun of using these recipes. We did it exactly how it was stated on the index card, and we used the icing recipe as well. So thanks for joining and follow along for more, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.